Alright, so I finally got around to playing Renfri, guys, and this is the Assimilate list that I put together yesterday on stream, and I was able to go 12-3 during the trial games. I recorded some additional games later on this evening for the sake of this deck guide, and, you know, it's been just as consistent. Since recording, I played a couple extra games and started to get into some mirror matches that were quite frustrating, and honestly, it's pretty late, and I'm just not having it, but you know, this deck does have what it needs to compete against the mirror match. I have a couple texts to help make things easier like Squirrel, but for now we'll go through the deck list and I'll explain the strategy of what we're looking to do, right? So this one here, Double Cross Leader, we can create and play a card from our opponent's hand, and what we have here to help make it a better play is Rune Mage. So Rune Mage basically allows us to get 5 options instead of 3 options whenever we create and play something. And, you know, that goes for the Runestone that he spawns, but also for the Renfri play. And that's like the really important part of the deck. I find if we get bad Renfri pulls, then you know, it's still a very busted card, but it's not optimizing the points, especially if we're playing against another Renfri user who gets a better roll than us because they do run Rune Mage. I just have to be prepared for that. I see other versions of Assimilate take out Rune Mage and run Igni or run some sort of tall punish. With this one here, it's all about tempo, and I'm just relying on control options via hunters and, you know, other locks like Alba and stuff like that, Graveyard Punch with Squirrel and whatever we get off Renfri. That's essentially it for us here, so we got to be careful. We do have the option of getting Tall Punish. Let's say if we were to copy something with giving it Spying from Torturer and then making a copy with Terra Nova, that's certainly an option, but I just don't think I have room for a Tall Punish in my deck as it is, right? So Renfri is a very controversial card, probably the most busted card ever made in the game of Gwent. If your starting deck has less than 25 or at least than 25 units, create a curse to replace your leader, then create a blessing and infuse your leader with it. So essentially we're getting one of these curses and one of these blessings, but the problem is that they're both pretty much blessings because the curses are all good. Now, obviously there's a lot of these to choose from and they're very situational, so we talked about how Rune Mage can make it a little bit more, you know, calculated, right? So that's pretty much it. Terra Nova plays into Assimilate quite nicely, right? It has Assimilate itself. We get to play a base copy of any non-disloyal unit we gave Spying to during the game. We have 2 options to give Spying during the game, so we got to be careful here. We have the Mage Torturers. If we're playing into a mirror match, we have more than 2 options to give Spying because we have the Duchess Informant. We have Brathens that can also create one to make, let's say, another Torturer. So that's pretty cool for Nilfgaard matchups, but other than that, we got 2 options to use these wisely. We do play through the whole deck, so I'm not really worried about drawing these. It feels very comfortable still. I don't think we need more than 2, okay? Brathens, I just wanted to have some flexibility, so I put a couple targets for Brathens, Duchess Informant being one of them, where we can just create and play a copy of a non-disloyal bronze enemy unit, so we can use whatever we need to use at that time. And then we have Emissary just for like a point slam if we have nothing else to do, or if it's like a last save finisher, whatever the case, we just get a big point swing. What's nice about most of the deck is that it plays into the deploy effect, so you'll see like a lot of these have deploys, right? And so they get really good engine value with things like the Nausicaa. I find you could rock 2 of these and I have no problem with it. In fact, I encourage it. But when you're putting in 2 Nausicaas, you are compromising something. And I feel like there are enough times where I just wish it, like I wished I had Squirrel and I didn't have Squirrel, and Squirrel could have won the game. So I had to take one out. There's an argument to keep maybe 1 lock and put in 2 Nausicaas and, you know, keep Squirrel, but I just think that it's fine the way it is right now. It doesn't play too greedy. We have a round that we play a nice Nausicaa starter, and in round 3 we're more like focused on the golds and replaying Renfri and all that stuff to really start off slow with the Nausicaa anyways. So it feels pretty well fine the way it is. Okay, I wanted to have lots of thinning options, so we make sure we get the cards that we need. So we have Roach. Whenever we play a gold card, summon this unit from your deck to a random allied row. We have Knickers. This unit may raid the battlefield to aid you in battle, so it'll come out, you know, probably in the first round if it's in deck, which is great, right? We have Roderick's going to help us pull you know, a card that we put back in deck with the Sire in round 3, so that's kind of the play here. We want to put Renfri down there in round 1 or 2, and then we want to be able to put Renfri back in deck in round 3 and replay Renfri, finding Renfri with Roderick, and there's no reason why we should have more than 2 gold cards in deck, so it's pretty well guaranteed. That's kind of the idea. We've got the Blightmaker combo that's going to help us thin out with these here, and of course the Mage Assassins. I've got Renfri's Gang. These new cards here thin out quite nicely, right? If starting deck has at least 25 units, summon all copies of self from your deck to the row. We've got that, right? Hunting packs and other thinning options here. We have many ways to give status for this here, whether it be spying, whether it be locks, whether they have a token that's doomed or veil, or whatever the case. We're going to get some sort of status on the playing field for hunting pack. And you can imagine with all this thinning, we're just getting the cards that we need. If we do encounter bricks, I think Triss Butterflies is absolutely necessary here, because without it, you're just going to have a hard time, I think. With all these thinning packages, something's bound to go wrong. This card here, shuffle a card from our hand to the deck, then draw a unit of our choice and boost it by 3. Huge stuff, right? This can help us get Renfri, this can help us get our, you know, Terra Nova, Brathens, Rune Mage. All in the meanwhile, getting rid of a brick that we have in our hands so we can actually play all our cards. So huge stuff with that there. But that's pretty much it, guys. Pretty simple deck to put together. It's fairly easy to play. The goal of how to play it's just to take your thinning early on. You want to win round 1, preferably on even if you're on red coins. So if you're going second, you want to push it. If you're going first, I find it's a little bit awkward to be in a spot where you don't want to commit too much, but you do. If you're in a mirror match against another Nilfgaard deck, I kind of like winning round 1. If it's some other deck and it's not Nilfgaard, I don't mind losing round 1 as long as we can get out with an extra card so that we can defend a bleed. You know, that's all that really matters. But overall, the deck has a lot of tempo, and it's a lot of inexpensive tempo. We have a lot of high-tier plays that we preferably want to save for late game, and we're fortunate enough to get to play something like Renfri, as busted as she is, twice. So that's pretty much it. If you guys are looking to climb, I do think that this is going to be one of the stronger decks in the game right now. Just keep in mind, if you're playing this and someone else is playing this and you're playing against each other, it's not a fun time. It's very, it's very hectic, okay? And because different versions of this and potentially this list, once I show it, it might be played on the ladder for a couple days, you're going to find that people will be teching against it. Kelly's not an easy matchup. The Squirrel's helping us maybe make it winnable. There are definitely a lot of anti-Renfri decks going around right now, so don't be discouraged. You just got to keep playing games. You got to get used to the flow of the deck, and it should work out for you. Now, with this guide today, I have 5 games with live commentary for references, including losses. I want you guys to see the good and the bad with the deck. And like I said, during the trial games on stream, there's more footage if you wanted to go check that out. I think we went, it was the 12-3. So all good stuff. 2 of the 3 losses were against Kelly. One of the losses was against a Precision Strike deck that just had Renfri as well. So it was a tough one, but they had a lot more control. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'll be back for another stream today at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Enjoy the video, and I'll see you then. Make sure you pop by. And if you don't want to miss the streams or you don't want to miss the videos, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you know when I'm going live and when I'm uploading. And if you enjoy the content that you see, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. But for now, let's get into the gameplay. So first up here, we got Syndicate Hidden Cache. Okay, we want to have Nausicaa, I think, in round 1 because we have so many thinning options. Obviously, get rid of the bricks. We've got thinning, 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 thinning. I could afford 1 brick, though, because we have Triss. I think it's going to have to be something like a Sire now because, yeah, just because I want to play stuff, you know? This is good for status. We set up hunting pack, no problem. Yeah, let's just do what we have to do here. I think they drop Saul second, so I want to get this down first so we can lock Saul quick. So maybe they're poison. That's kind of annoying. I'm going to lock it so they can't recycle it. To me, this looks Golden Necker now. But regardless, we'll take thinning, and if they poison this out, it's fine. We'll just pretend we have 3 points now. We still have a lot of ways to take the thin. I think I take Hunting Pack first. Just because we do have the status on their side. If they purify, we lose the status. Since that's the conditional thin, we'll take the Blightmaker next. We stay right in there too, which is great.
This map really isn't
I don't feel like there's a lot of things that we want to lock in this matchup, but you know what we could do? I could copy this. Now what? Okay, well there's that. I thought we were doing something special here. We just take more thinning. It was worth trying with the Bradlins. I think they go tall either later with a Saul or another Jackal. So there might be... Oh. Plot twist. It's not Golden Necker. They pump more coin into it. It's still not enough. We get a really good devotion. Is the claws. Otherwise we get damage boosted enemy by 6, which is still good. I just don't know if that's what I want to give spying to. I think I'm better off giving spying to something like Professor that I would expect almost at this point that they have. Just drop a quick cheap play there. All my temple plays are gone, but that's where they messed up. So they messed up here by not spending. So now we just get 2-card advantage, right? Yeah.
I'll give you a bloody break, lazy shite.
Full bank if they try to push their 2 cards down. If they don't push, they've got like an empty bank going into round 3. We have a chance of pulling what we actually want off that. Renfri's here. That's here. That's here. I think we take the mulligan back on the informant so we have something to play in a throw round. Maybe another one too. Wow. We just chewed through the deck. Triss into... I guess Triss into a Sire. I want to keep this just in case, because I need to give something spying for Terra Nova. Card advantage guaranteed. Empty bank here. Maybe they have scenario. I don't know. Horde likes long round. They get short one. Mid. I put Brathens back in the deck. We go first. Maybe I actually squirrel boat. Okay, I'm actually going to put away the squirrel. There we go. We just put that back. I don't feel bad about it anymore. I want to take Rune Mage soon. Arguably, before I do anything else. Okay, they can't afford to do anything to those. At least we can kill off one of them. Hopefully. Good call. I'm going to take Rune Mage here. Scenario. Okay. Rune Mage here. And then... I want damage stuff. So it's either of these more than likely. Skellige has more. I think it has more options for me. Well, I'm trying to chip through it. Honestly, I'm willing to do that at this point. Profit 5. I guess it's actually Candle. We'll lock this here, no?
This wealth gap's getting ridiculous.
I want to get more Assimilate stuff out there first. Yeah. Because then we can Terra Nova, make a copy of the Defender. It's fine. 5. Okay, it's at 8. It's probably Renfri first, because if I can get destroy 10 or less, then we just win off that alone.
I have scores to settle.
Damage by 7. Damage all by 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's that, actually. We're not getting Bincy, so it is what it is. We'll just take this now. We won't pay the tribute because it's just it's a good price. Play around some random like Yurden nonsense. Can't afford the last one, but I think it's pretty good here. We still have leader plus Brathens.
Do you have a loyalty discount by
chance.
Listen, guys, it's not BM, it's just for you to see how the deck works. Okay, we can't. Alright, so we have Kelly coming up here next. Put back the bricks, obviously, right? So the 1, the 2, this is the next brick in line, so there we go. We got it all figured out for round 1. Now, problem is, like, we gotta get rid of Kelly. Squirrel's gonna be really important here. Maybe... How do we get around it? I could push it back. Could push it back and everything. Just in case we don't get a target, I'm gonna give that spying. Because if they go play Kelly here, and then they give everything Veil, we're kind of in trouble, yeah? What do they take out?
Don't make me laugh.
Roach? Squade's health for a movement tech, and then... I don't know. As of yet, they don't have Sabbath set up, which is important. We've got 2, 3. I don't love this card. But I like engines.
I need not spill blood to
I think it's actually going to be... We're just settling for defender in this matchup. And then there's a 50-50 on the pull for the 2. And then if we're just going right into Assimilate, then we're fine. Now, obviously, they're going to try and manipulate that a little bit, but... That's, at 7, they have 2. Why does the have to come out? It comes down to whether or not they have Sabbath. If they have Sabbath, then that's a big, big problem for me, right? If they don't have it, I think we're okay. The thing is, they might want to play in to get another monster on the board. Because it's going to be pulling uneven units. I think they're going to be greedy. We get the 1 turn only. Like, yeah, I don't think they're going to settle for both. They could. Because it'll start chewing through our cards right away, but... Hopefully it pulls Nausicaa instead of Roach. There's a chance that I can roll Rune Mage into a Purify, get around the defender that way, and then push back to Kelly. Or, if they get Kelly, I guess they're just going to get it.
I know the truth. to admit it.
If I play a card from deck, it's going to be... It's going to be a Parasite, actually, that we use. It's not what I was hoping for. Destroyed 10. Good. I had to high roll it.
Feel it.
Good. And now they just put all their effort into fixing that. 3 leader charges, I'm sure. All I have to do is push it back. So it really just comes down to, can we do that? Yes or no? They chew through a 6-point engine, which really hurts. Yeah, so we can't do anything else to it. Okay, we have to. It's Rune Mage now or never. Scoia'tael has a couple options. We try again. Dragoon? Yes. There it is. I don't think that they're going to be Triple Kelly. Triple Kelly is very rare. It's hard to pull off. Yeah, this is that version. Okay. It's too bad we don't have these, though. That's fine. Look. We take this here and just shut that idea down. Do I ever just go and try to get rid of Sabbath just in case? Maybe if I have room, I play Squirrel anyways? I forgot I put ale in my version too. I put 1 ale.
I will not let this become a second
Put this back. Grab a lock. Did I put 2 ales or 1 ale in mine? 6 and 6. Do I go card down to get that locked? Do I go card down to get 10 points gone? Yeah. No. It's worth a lot. I don't think I do. Good call for them. Just right at Sabbath. But all in all, look, they got 10 points on me in leader, but we can bring back Renfri and do it all again. And I kept, like, powerhouse of cards. Yeah, look at this. We got absolutely everything. No bricks. We go first. We just put Renfri back. They've already quaxed. So far, this is my deck, card for card, that we're playing against. I haven't seen Vial yet, but that's like the surefire thing. The ale is kind of a giveaway, though. Let's shuffle Renfri back in ASAP. There we go. Vriad for MVP. Let's get some W's in the comments for Vriad. Putting in, honestly, such a good performance around 2. If it wasn't for Vriad, we wouldn't have made it out of round 2. Okay, there's Vial. So this just looks like my deck. They give me status for Hunting Pack. which is actually kind of nice. Is it my turn? Yes. Okay. Now we're back in the game. I'm excited. They can't put Quacks back in the deck either. Beast gets locked. Yeah, it's a quick lock. We got to stack a row too. Because if they put down a pig, which they should have one in this deck, if it's the same one, then we have to take a copy of what with Brathens. We got, there it is, you see? Sabbath reached, yeah. We got to match that speed here. The game's getting kind of laggy, you see that? I don't know if it's my game or not. I don't think it's my game. Let's get that online here. Their version, they should have Heatwave. Actually, no, theirs a little bit different because they have Decree. They have Decree and Scope, but the rest of it's the same. I think what I'm supposed to do, I'll take this now so they can't tall punish. We'll take Renfri next. That's a lot of pigs. 10 or less destroy, I hope. Let's try. Spawn a base copy of an enemy on the opposite row. I could. I think we just destroy though. Let's do that. So, done. Something like that. Little 20-point lead. I'm trying to shut down Sabbath. We didn't quite get it. They're getting 4 passive points per turn, but we're up about 20 points. We get 2 passive points per turn. I like the odds at this point of the game. I think that they just have a couple specials. We should just be able to temple here with these plays. As long as I don't miss click, I think we got him. Unless they had some weird Yurden tech, then we're just absolutely done. But Kelly isn't really known for that because you've got wide punish through Kelly. Here.
This shit, a fine vintage it would have made. No stench.
You got enough spaces, right? Yeah. 3, 6, 7, just enough. Was way too close for comfort. Forgot about that card. We should have known that was one of them. Yeah, we're good with the gang. We just made it, guys. This is not going to happen often. You got to high roll it to make it happen. I don't want you to think that this is a game that we always win. When I put together my Kelly deck for the season, it's meant to beat this deck specifically, time and time again. So this time around, we just got lucky. Obviously, they're not too happy about it, but it's a good game regardless. Alright, we got Imprisonment coming up here next, and I like that we are on red coin because honestly, I feel like this deck is much better on red. We can just push that much better, you know? Roach can go, and Snickers can go. Got 2 bricks in hand, it's not great. Honestly, it's not great. It's Mill.
Your attention, please. I shall now speak.
Okay. That's tough. Maybe it's not Mill. Maybe it's just like pretend Mill. feel like I can do bleeding.
Leaders forward. Let the hunt begin.
Just so I can get statuses out for pack. We'll find out quickly if it's mill. I just... like... it's too soon to tell. Sometimes people just have one-offs of this. This is the wrong leader normally for mill too. Like, you want the other leader, I think, for the tempo part of things. Otherwise, you just have a bunch of slow plays with mills. Squirrel into what? What do we even... I can't even recall. Roach. I see. That's not the best squirrel.
A pleasure to bleed you.
Good boy. I was worried that we're gonna have to, like... Okay, they're rent-free, obviously.
Heard about Tridam Ultimatum?
I just really wish I had mage here. But I'm gonna take leader because we need to.
Suffering ennobles, friend. You'll be a count once I'm done with you.
And then...
I'll have
I
scores to
see... Just get as much damage as possible.
I need not spill blood to make you suffer.
We will get theirs too. I'm pretty certain of that. I have nothing to lock, so sure. We just have to play in. 20 points. Okay. We'll put ours back. We'll try and fix the hand a little bit. I think we're supposed to play into this. I have to wait for them to play their rent-free, then we go take. Keep it spying, do the whole thing again. Wow, we missed a lot. That's fine. Unless they're running like 2 squirrels. Unless they have a Cantarella play. I guess we just take the fin. If they put it back in my deck, take Cantarella, I just forfeit. But other than that, it's fine. Room Mage is kind of crazy, but I don't think it's Room Mage that we copy. It's got to be... We do have Last Say too, so it sets up perfectly for us being able to copy their rent-free. They're going to make Blightmaker, okay.
my duty to stick my nose
I'm glad that we have a hand that has many bronze cards so we can just play down here. Take more thinning because we missed so many gold cards.
A fine vintage it would be.
Squirrel's valuable. This is not. I'd be willing to play Squirrel if I have to.
A secret compartment. Delightful.
Okay, they're trying not to lose card. That's fine.
Please wait, Your Excellency. Falling behind.
That's a big decision, so it's It's either... Okay, it's Artorias. I was thinking it's either Terra Nova or...
You honestly think you can catch me? You fool.
Yeah, it's gonna be Squirrel. I just gotta play in, that's the problem. Gotta see what we want to see.
You weren't expecting this, were you?
Unfortunately, that's as far as we go. I need to pull 1 and 2 and 3. That's it. Okay. This can go. Triss guarantees this. But we get one of them guaranteed if we take the mulligan on this. Yeah.
I know the truth. I simply want you to.
Assimilate engines, right?
My loyalty is to Imperial coin, not to the face depicted thereon.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
We gotta save 1 for Renfri and then we're good. At least we have 2 on the board. Put back in the deck. Or sorry, draw. No, put back in the deck is it's got to be Rune at this point. It feels bad that we don't play it, but it's just what it is.
I shall do as you command.
I didn't catch that for a second, but, you know. It's getting to that point, like I can feel the pressure building in this matchup. We should just win.
Your name, young man, demands you be cursed into an earth.
Her grace will not be pleased.
Okay.
Do I enjoy torture? Perhaps. A bit.
We take Renfri now. We try and kill their Brathens.
Yeah, it's Batiste.
Deal 7, excess goes. We take the 7 in the back row. That's more points though. 10? Versus assimilate procs. I think we take the stratagems actually. Let's take this. Because I can make the informant go to 12 points, plus we get the 2 stratagems. It's absolutely crazy. Guess they're just taking it for points. Maybe they're trying to kill that.
Yeah, it's Batiste. Go ahead, feel it.
And their last card's Terra Nova. I'm guessing. right? Damage by 7. They missed. So far ours is better, and then after 12 well, ours is better. Isn't that insane?
Suffering ennobles, friend. You'll be a count once I'm done with you.
I'm gonna not click anything just in case they get tall punish. Yeah, see? They know. We had the second one plus our leader that we already had.
You crossed
Alright, we
the
got
wrong
Inspired Zeal
surface.
coming up here next. Put that back. We could definitely put that back too. I put out a mage's deck guide today. So I'm a little concerned that we might be playing against something like that. I see Crystal Skull, I see Inspired Zeal, and I see Yen for lore. So I'm thinking mages, okay? And that's the problem because Alumni does very well against us here. Rafford's Vengeance, yeah, you see what I'm talking about? Okay. Maybe Siege. That's fine. Okay, I can deal with that. I want to give that spine, but I want to lock that.
Few vultures dare venture into the Von Morlohun's wood.
But no muted generator. I wonder if it's just regular siege. Let's just take our thinning and just kind of... If I go to make a copy of this, chances are they take boiling oil. I don't think we need thinning from it either way. Just dogs. While we have status. Hunting pack's usually a giveaway. Yeah, this is just definitely siege, right? How far do we want to take it? They're getting 2 points per turn, assuming they're playing... Okay. This is like standard siege.
A pleasure to bleed you.
Can we get a heat wave or something? Boiling oil. Imagine taking like a 5-point leader. Just like not even caring about it that much. You just take a 5-point leader. It feels horrible. Into John, into Winch. They don't know we don't tall punish though. That's the crazy part about this whole thing. I just don't think they have a choice. 31k.
I bring death. Quite literally.
It'd be really cool if we had Pellar onto 2-4. I don't think there's a problem taking this.
I know the truth. I simply want you to admit it.
I just need a target, you know? My hand's too good to play anymore, though. Like, anymore feels kind of like a self-bleed, you know? They jam down scenario. It's not horrible. I can get like a 15-point damage swing. And then we might even get same round Renfri, like for the second one, depending on how they play in. Okay, I don't think we need Squirrel. Oh no. That's horrible. Okay. I gotta take my odds with this here. I need 4 damage. Maybe it's Northern Realms because we're playing against them. Let's take Battering Ram because it'll help me board wipe next turn. This moves forward, does 3, yeah. Okay, I see the move there. I see. Here.
I have scores to settle.
Damage 7 adjacents. So we'll damage 7. You get that part. That's the most points. Okay, if they have Hensel, then they've played these already. They've played these already. And then they've played this. Do they even have Hensel target? It would be Pride. Full test Pride. They might not even have Pride in this deck, though, because they have... That's tough. They have Vengeance. They're using a different leader. They have a Heat Wave. Okay. What do we got here? If I'm putting something back in the deck, we could afford to play something like this. Terra Nova takes the 2. It's more points.
Gotcha, puppy.
3 and 4. They don't even defend card here. We just put Terra Nova back in the deck. It's fine. I think if we didn't play Terra Nova, they probably would have kept playing. Honestly, they're probably looking for both Cape Renfri check, Terra Nova check, Rune Mage check, right? But we still have quite a bit here. It's crazy how we have Roach carry over into round 3. We just put that back. And honestly, I don't want Squirrel. Informant's not bad. Lock's probably better. I think we have to put back one of these here. It's going to be this. Okay, great. Shuffle from our graveyard back in. Terra Nova's more points because we know what we're getting. However, like, we have an alternative. I think that they're going to do a duel. Is that really going to be Pride, or is it going to be... Ah, okay. Let's take the lock. Yeah, I'll go Triss down. Put the Squirrel back. Take the Cav. They don't have winches. But if they play Amphibious, it'll reset it. That's like probably a better play. We'll lock it, and then we'll give it spying. Oh, nice. I'll let them work for the Rev. Like, I would imagine that maybe they have another reinforced ballista. Two, one, click. Yeah, we still take it.
And if I
Still
insert
do it.
a meter over here, what then?
I do not have a way to give it crew.
Tomorrow we sup at home.
It's kind of gross. I'm gonna take this now because I have to. They're gonna go for my stuff. Heat Wave's already out of the question. I think we got a boost. They'll still kill that, which is inevitable. It's just about like preventing this, like also getting this, you know? Oh, of course. 3, 6, 7, 8. Like, at least we can clog it.
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
That's a lot of points. Okay, so we got Imposter coming up here for the last game. Collar is kind of a big deal. Most of our stuff's deploy. The only engine I have that they get value from locking would be Nausicaa, and we can be certain that they will, so I'm gonna just basically put that away. And, wow, what a bad hand. 1, 2, 2 Blight Makers as well. We can't even take them both. I just really wanted to get rid of the Nausicaa because I felt like we weren't going to play it. Obviously, we don't have to play all the way down, but it'd be nice to get a few turns in. This just might be Masquerade Ball, maybe? Here. If it is Ball, they have like really slow tempo round 1. The only thing I'm worried about is if I take, like if I were to take Renfri and then they have, they'd be able to give it Doomed, right? This is just greedy.
This year, a fine vintage lady.
Devotion. They're not ahead still. I need a status on their side of the playing field. Maybe we go and just do this right now.
Her grace will not be pleased.
They'll lock it, but... Status for dogs. We can still play like 2 cards, I think. I might go as far as playing Squirrel. I just gotta figure out what they're playing first. They are Devotion after all, so we don't have to worry too much about like Renfri or any weird stuff like that. Defender. Something tells me that it's Stefan with, it's probably Stefan with, what else would it be? Stefan with like Coup or Stefan with like Cadaverin? If that's the case, we'll play till we see it. Something tells me a deck like this would have Vincent or would have Vanamar, but that would entice them to play a little bit more, and I can't really play anyway, so we boost the dog. If they pass, we're not doing any sudden death stuff, we're literally just going to play a card. I think I'd be willing to go Squirrel. I don't think I'd be willing to go Brathens at this point in the rounds. Pushing with Brathens feels kind of awkward when they have 2 engines, we have none. They might have even just put this here to protect these, and that was what it's for. So they pass on that. We see a couple gold cards. I'm just going to play a Squirrel. Yeah, I'm not taking that sort of chance. Forget about that. And we have time to fix everything, so there we go. There we go. We almost fixed it. Maid Assassin, still. Even if I wanted to, it doesn't make sense to go, like, to really bleed in here. Maybe we do, actually. Put this back. Take Renfri.
I have scores to settle.
What did I choose? Okay, that's what I was gonna choose anyways. We're fine.
Push on! No mercy!
Yo, bear in mind we're up like a lot of points.
The Vermorla have to have particular tastes.
That's Assimilate. I think we keep this one here in case we roll ball. Actually, we're not rolling ball anymore. Never mind. Then we play the weaker one. I did take a YOLO leader. Theirs looks like full-blown spies. Like, they got a really slow deck. I think we can get out a lot of key pieces if we just keep pushing a little bit more here. If they have fangs, that's fine. I didn't see any sign of... Well, it's devotion, so no morale. I don't... Okay. This does have spying though. This is kind of helping us. Right?
Mr. Gareth.
16. 6 and 5. Destroy, boost. It's kind of a big deal. We just tempo hard.
Defeat them with hunger, crush them with thirst.
They could take Vincent, but it's not enough to get them ahead.
Let us put an end.
We lock that because otherwise they give doomed. Okay, they're getting it. Fine. Still a decent card to copy, isn't it?
I simply want you to admit it.
All these signs can mean but one thing.
I'm just gonna pass here. Maybe they won't see the actual line, what they're supposed to do. They might, but I at this point I don't even know if it's on purpose. I hope they give it poison before they used the Morleham, right?
What is truth?
See them
if
find
not an illusion?
nothing.
Now you see me. Now you don't.
Okay, they got it. We still get card advantage, that's fine. You know what, like, look. There'll be something that, yeah, that we can just replay. Like, even if it's an Emir, or like, okay, they put Roach away. We get some value from it. Perfect. Let's put that back. We gave spying to something, so Terranova's not ruined. 50-50 on it though. Any gold cards? Yeah, okay. I think it's just good enough. Even if they play ball, they're still down.
My rule will be strong, my rule will be righteous.
Take... Actually, we won't be playing this, but we have a chance. I think it's supposed to be this, actually. He might save the day.
Thinking can be hazardous to your health.
They definitely don't ball in this deck. This back. Pull this. Nice. Let's take this while we can. Take a Purify, because I think that's the safest thing to do. Just in case they have the other fangs. I didn't see them play one earlier. There's a bluff. We would just win that one easily.